Let's wait and see what happens at the end of the day. If you remember, in that first round, this combination were only the second to come forward. They didn't have a lot of reference, and they delivered a clear right in the early strides. Marc Dinard, Arauto de Grez, the gelding by Diamant de Semeli. We said earlier on he arrived with confidence and form after the Grand Prix win in Chantilly. What's about to happen, we will find out.
Yeah, they kept Marc waiting there just in the chute. So from his last jump in the warm-up, it would be quite a few minutes. He's still waiting for that bell. Let's hope that doesn't mean that the horse has just gone off the boil a bit, but that's what he's waking him up a bit. That's the only danger when you're first. You can sometimes be left waiting. Got over it. There's a lot of running to do in this jump off. It's down the hill. Very clever with its legs over that first part.
So we'll look at this for a long run across the arena from one side to the other.
That is, it's a big distance. You can't really count that one. That's you've just got to land and run again now.
Run all the way to the last and try, if you're first to go, to be the first clear. And that is what he's done. 41.54. Hands are in the air. The applause from this huge crowd in Dinard as France setting the standard with the opening draw with the clear round. And Arauto de Grez has set things up rather nicely in this Rolex Grand Prix.
Yeah, there's no real fancy turns in this jump off. It's very open. I would say coming to that Rolex, which is now just a double, is the one to watch out for. But Marc really making it look easy. It's difficult. You know, how much has he left here? He was fast. He took it onto the last. Every horse has a different gear, and he needed a pretty fast one now to just edge in front of Marc.
Well, what about Mexico? Jose Antonio Cherudu-Prom and the mare by Verdi, Haraminka P.
Big stride, which is what you want, but has it got the cha-cha energy to catch Marc Dinard?
We'll get a little look at the second split in a moment.
Now he's got to be tight. This is one of the few turns. It's not really a difficult turn, and he's got to just keep running.
He's going to be there or thereabouts. 41.54. He might be he is a little behind, but it was a good effort. Just over, well, just under maybe is a better way of saying it. The 2-second marker. Marc Dinard then still leads, but I think that's a pretty decent day, and he'll be very happy with the way Haraminka's gone.
Yeah, it was a good round. He's got the stride there, but it's just the tempo of the horse is just a bit slower than what Marc was riding, and it's going to come down to this. You've got to ride fast. You've got to have a horse that lands quick and picks up.
2 gone, 6 to go, and France obviously, as we know, has set this standard. Next, though, is this young star that has been on the podium in that Rolex Grand Prix, went the 3rd place in Rome behind Yuri and Kian. Of course, she was 2nd in Rotterdam. She put in a brilliant round in Aachen. She, if it isn't today, is knocking on the door of a huge Grand Prix win at some point soon. Could it maybe be today that dream comes true on home soil in Dinard for Nina Malave and the Rain family's Dynasty de Beaufort?
Yeah, she was brilliant in Rotterdam. If she can do that sort of round, it's going to come very close. Taking that wide line to number 1. But this horse has got real energy.
look at him move across the ground.
That was quick.
It was. On the
It's
angle.
got substance and energy. You can see it really does travel. And she's got a great eye. She had a little bit of a twitch there, as maybe that was the crowd. She lost a bit of time.
Yeah, she's given
Now
up a
she's
bit.
got to really push to make that time up.
Can she make it up? Is it to be? Can she jump to the lead? Nina Malavey in Dinard jumps to the top by nearly a second. 40.64. But did that moment jumping up towards the in-gate Costa? We know it certainly did in time, but will that come back and haunt her a little later? But again, she is proving with that ride to be just on fire at the moment. She's as good as any other combination in world jumping currently.
It wasn't much, but you just see here, she let it run and then just cut just a little catch.
It just looked a little left, didn't he?
A little bit. She had to do it because she was so open.
Or she, I should say.
Yeah, it was just something you look at, a margin where I think the other riders are thinking, you know, where did she maybe lose some time? It could have been there, but it was exceptionally quick to knock a second off like that.
Well, he seems to love this place as much as any other, but it holds a special place in his heart over the last couple of years. He was third last year, and of course in 2023 with Electric Blue P, he won it. Now Max Kühne goes again, and can he do it this year with EIC Dalubay?
Well, he's not hanging about. He looked quick there.
Oh,
just got to leave him up.
To be.
Yeah, just lost a little bit of composure into that double. He went very quick from 1 to 2, and probably, you know, made it difficult to sort of adjust. That's a difficult double. I think that's probably the one to watch in this jump off. Interesting on the time. He's a bit behind Nina.
Yeah, down, but you never know how much the mindset changes once the fence have gone, and he was certainly there at the opening split, but it isn't to be for Max Kühne. He's not going to make it onto the podium, you wouldn't have thought this year. Unfortunately, the fence in the way, and he goes into fourth. So, ran out of space there, James.
A little bit. I think he really moved from 1 to 2. I mean, there's very few opportunities in this jump off to actually make the time up, and he probably saw that get through 1 and 2 very, very quickly. But all of a sudden, you've got that Rolex double to jump, and it's not easy. It's coming downhill. It probably is a bit shorter, and the vertical is a little bit tricky. You can see that it's still tough.
Well, the lead at the moment still with France's Nina Malavey. It was the Argentinian anthem we heard in the Rolex Series Grand Prix getting played in Brussels last year with Jose Maria. Now it's the chance of Ignacio Morin and Conchado. Hugely impressive, this Cantagos gelding in the opening round. Has it got the pace in the second round as well?
Well, if you feel you haven't got that horse to absolutely nail this class, there's still really good money if you can do a double clear. That's the same as Max. That's what I thought with this jump off. That double is just the one to get out the way.
Well, Nina Malavey already guaranteed a top 4 finish in this Grand Prix.
I think Ignacio was just perhaps hoping to get a double clear there, because what we see, the riders left to go, they're really going to try and win this class.
No doubt about it. The big challengers to Nina are on their way, but he's had a really strong week here. He's impressed a lot of people. It's just not quite worked out in the jump off of this particular Grand Prix, but now comes the moment of this 9-year-old that is intense, stepping into the unknown. It's a big step up today for Steely Dan. So far, he's certainly shown he's up to the challenge, and we certainly know the man in the saddle. There is few that are better than the current world number 3. Of course, for how many years he sat world number 1 until earlier this year, again overtook him. But let's see, is it today that it goes to plan for Henrik von Eckermann and Steely Dan?
He's one of the fastest riders in the world. He's on a 9-year-old here. You can only feel he's got one thing in mind, that's to beat Nina, who's in the lead. He wants to win this class.
40.64 to beat.
He's going fast but sitting still, which is sometimes difficult to judge then how fast is he going. He's running free. This is the point where Nina maybe lost a little bit. Well, that was smooth.
It was. The next split will tell us everything. He's come back on the time. Is there any risk he's willing to take? Because now he's picking up a little. He still knows he has to play sensible. Steely Dan for the future as well. But it's today, 41.78. It'll go third behind Marc Dinard. And at the moment, it is still France 1 and 2. But that,
I think,
was that right? I mean, he had to play a little bit careful there. The inexperience of the horse.
I think he did. I think he probably did what he felt he could do. I mean, probably in his mind, Henrik always wants to go to win, but he didn't look as quick. He didn't ask the horse to really give that extra sort of speed over the first few. I think, looking back at that, he's probably done the really good job.
Harry Schmolders, the Dutchman, with Mr. Tack. You think of the career this man has had and the horses that he has ridden. And most recently, some of the results he's had on the likes of the Great Monaco. When you think back to Geneva and more recent events in Monaco, etc. But Mr. Tack isn't one that has had that big win, really, but he has had wins. He is a super horse, this 13-year-old. And I just wonder if today this non-stop gelding is about to put his name in the headlights.
He looked pretty relaxed, didn't he, Harry? He had a horse stretching its neck.
Again, though, he's given up a little bit of time. He can get that back later.
Yeah, he made sure he got straight to that double. There's a horse that jumped a little bit like Hendricks in the first round.
He's given up even more. But this is where Nina had the problem. And then it comes down to the next split. You can see he's right back in it. He'll know it. And that was a very quick turn. Harry Schmolders, Mr. Tack, he's had to take a pull if he wanted to jump it clear, but he's still going to do it on the clock. 40.51 for the man that won the Rolex Grand Prix in Geneva. Could it be today a win in the Rolex series here in Dinard?
That was sort of deceptive. He definitely was quicker to the last fence. There's such little in it, wasn't it?
There's nothing.
I think in the beginning of the course, maybe he was a touch behind, but the last 3 fences, I think he really let it go.
Well, Harry Schmolders is on top, and look how fast he was, even there where he was just having to sort of hold the horse, still moving so quickly underneath him. But there is one more to go. Harry and Nina know they're on the podium. Harry leads 40.51. Nina sits second, 40.64. But is there another twist in the tail of this Grand Prix in Dinard? The Rolex Grand Prix Ville de Dinard, the last to go, with a combination that was one of the most impressive clears in the opening round. Carissimo 25, the Cascadella gelding, in the hands of the USA's Aaron Vale.
Yeah, jumped a super first round. slightly unusual sort of gait in its canter. But when he jumps, he's just full of elasticity. It's what you need. You need stride and that tempo with it. And Aaron's taking that wide approach to number one. If he could be faster than Harry on this first bit,
And that's what he's
the
aiming
only
for.
option. I don't think you can do it on the second section.
Oh, he's nearly a second up. Oh, very good. Did he lose
A bit of a square turn, but look at this stride. It's like a gazelle. And he's got one off that corner, has he? That was a real chancer. Oh,
He's
look at
gone.
this.
He's gone all in. He's
gotta
rolling the
go.
dice. He's got to go for it. Surely, if he jumps it, you have a winner. The last to go, Aaron Vale and Carissimo 25 win the Rolex Grand Prix Ville de Dinard 2025, part of the Rolex series. It goes to the United States with a flying finish. That was one of the most, all-in, fully committed rounds I think I've seen in quite a while.
That was incredible, wasn't it? I mean, we're looking at the jump off, you're thinking you can't really ignore the draw. You know, you've got these two fast ones to finish. And as it pans out, there we are. We've got Harry and Aaron. But this, we didn't really know he could go this quick. But he was definitely quicker on both phases of this course. Look at that. I think if you took the fences away, you couldn't be a lot quicker.
No, that was just outstanding. And, well, we'll catch up with him in a few moments' time and hear what he's got to say. But a huge congratulations for the team, his groom there, Nicola Cook. And, oh, what a very special moment. We'll see the presentation in a few moments' time. But Harry, well, as ever, doing such a great job. Nina Malavey, I think second place was available to her today. Had that little error not happened going up to that fence by the gate, she probably would have been faster than Harry. I'm not sure she'd have been quicker than Aaron, though.
Yeah, maybe, but from when she went in the draw, she did a brilliant job. And at that point, it was just the fact that she was dealing with a lot of speed. She rode it beautifully, really, the jump off. But when you're looking at margins, that was possibly a one that just perhaps cost her second place. But yeah, she'll be thrilled. She rode fantastic. But no matter what, you're not going to beat a round like this.
No, those are the rounds that Rolex Grand Prix are won with. I can think back to Harry's round on Monaco in Geneva at the back end of last year, of course, when he was the first to go in that jump-off round, and it was that sort of round then, and those are the rounds that ends up winning these majors, these big classes on the Rolex series. I think, Mark Delassa did a lovely job finishing in fourth, and lovely round with that 9-year-old. I think Steely Dan could be a name that we hear a little more of over shows to come.